Hi, everyone. My name is Bryson, and I'm the International Admissions Counselor here at Western Kentucky University. Thank you so much for joining us for Live from the Hill. So if you haven't tuned into Live from the Hill before, Live from the Hill is basically a weekly webinar series where I talk about a different theme here at WKU and show you a portion of campus that relates to that theme. So I've done episodes on living on campus, campus events, our international center, as well as a lot of different programs. So our arts programs, our business programs, math and science and whatnot. And all of those are available. They were recorded, so you can catch those on our website if you're interested. But today's episode is all about our College of Health and Human Services. And there are so many different types of programs within the College of Health and Human Services. So I do have a list, so bear with me. If you're wanting to major in things like family consumer sciences, hospitality management, interior design and fashion merchandising, communication disorders, exercise science, physical education, recreation administration, sports management, nursing, dental hygiene, public health, healthcare administration, health sciences, health information management, environmental and occupational health sciences, or social work. So that's a very long list, as you can tell, but those are just the majors. So we have all kinds of different minors, certifications, concentrations, as well as master's programs in speech language pathology, social work, health administration, and also a couple doctorate programs as well. So as you can tell, there are all kinds of different things to study within CHHS. So I'm going to talk about a few of those programs as well as our buildings here. I do apologize. I was going to show you the inside of one of our buildings that have a lot of those different classes, but we're having a lot of connectivity issues inside today. Lots of concrete in that building, so it's a little difficult. So I'm going to stay outside. It is very nice and beautiful out here today. But I also want to introduce our special guest today, Dr. Kimberly Green. And Dr. Green, do you want to come on and say hi and share a little bit about your roles here at WKU?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Again, my name is Dr. Kimberly Green, and I'm an assistant professor in the Communication Sciences and Disorders Department. In that program, I work with both the undergraduate and graduate programs in Communication Sciences and Disorders, and at the graduate program level, I work with speech language pathology. So in some countries, you might hear us referred to as speech therapists. But in my roles at WKU, in the College of Health and Human Services, I'm also the chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. So we have that for faculty and staff, but we also have a committee for students. So we have lots of student programs for academics, but we also have a lot of student organizations that you could be a part of as well.
All right, thanks, Dr. Green. I was making sure you weren't frozen there. Feel free to come on at any point and talk about some of your programs or experiences here. I think you actually might still be frozen. Are you good? Yes?
Am I frozen?
Okay, you're good. You're good. You're good. Okay. All right, so in this building behind me, as you can see, I'm out in the middle of campus. Beautiful day here. So this is the academic complex. And within the academic complex, a lot of those different programs I talked about and mentioned in that list are housed there. And I do want to point out that a lot of the classes, the classrooms within academic complex, are not your traditional style classrooms with your few desks and the board up front. Some of them are like that, but a lot of them are hands-on. So if you're taking, a fashion merchandise in this building, a class in there, all of your desks are going to have sewing machines. If you're taking a class on some of the different health classes, so there is a specific CPR room, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and there's all of the different mannequins in there to help you practice those skills. So I think that's a really unique element of the academic complex here at WKU, as some of the less traditional style classes are housed inside there. So within these different programs, a lot of them also are tied to hands-on work in and out of the classroom as well. So there are all kinds of different research opportunities as well as internship opportunities as well. And we consider that part of the WKU experience. Wouldn't you agree, Dr. Green? I think you're muted.
Absolutely. We do offer a lot of hands-on activities and learning experiences in the College of Health and Human Services. because much of what we do is service itself, but also clinical aspects. We have a lot of labs available for students, both in areas such as nursing, communication sciences and disorders, physical therapy. There are a lot of ways that we can engage students, not only in simulation labs and sewing labs, cooking labs. We have an amazing program with culinary arts where students are able to cook and prepare meals for programs on campus. But we have a lot of hands-on things in the classroom. But we also have opportunities out in the community as well in terms of externships and internships. So you get an opportunity to take what you're learning in the classroom and through simulations and practice-based skills and actually apply them while you're still in school. And that's a great opportunity to start getting yourself ready for the professional world. We're actually, Bryson, we're actually split between academic complex. We also have offices and classrooms at Diddle Arena, which is where our kinesiology, sport, and rec programs are located. And we also have programs that you'll probably talk about that are located on our health sciences campus, which is right across from the medical center.
Yes, so I just wanted to kind of pause here in the middle of campus to kind of talk about that. So yes, if you tuned in last week or watched last week's recording, I talked about campus events. So I showed you the inside of our stadium and Diddle Arena where basketball and volleyball is played. So you can tune in, but Diddle Arena is just over this building here, as Dr. Green mentioned. And then if I turn here, we can head towards a couple more of our buildings. But like she said, our health science center is just a piece down the road attached to our medical center, which is a huge medical facility here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. But I'm gonna walk towards our health clinic on campus. And this big thing, in case you're wondering, I'm walking by, is Guthrie Bell Tower. It's kind of one of our landmarks here at WKU, and every hour or so it'll ring out a little tune for you. So I'm walking down now, and then this building over here, since a lot of what we're talking today is about health-related programs, is Preston Center, which is our health and recreation activities center. So there's a huge gym inside if you're one who really likes to work out and stay healthy. There are all kinds of different workout machines. There's a pool. There are studios for dance and Zumba and things like that. But besides health, a lot of people, hear College of Health and Human Services, and they just focus on the health element. But as Dr. Green was saying, there's so many different unique programs within CHHS, and it's basically anything that focuses on the human experience and provides service for that. So, that does include our food sciences. It does include fashion. It does include social work and things like that. So I apologize for the noise if it gets a little blurry right here. We are currently in the process of building a residence hall area down here. You can kind of see some construction going on there. But right here is our health services building. And I'm going to try to come up on the front here so you can see it a little better.
It seems like it's a good ways away, but it's really not. It's pretty close to academic complex, which is really convenient.
Yes,
We're
absolutely.
actually able to offer clinical experiences, particularly for our students in the communication sciences, disorders and sciences program, which is my program where I teach. So I mentioned before that we have opportunities for community-based experiences where you're not just working with cases from a book, but you're working with real live people who are from the Bowling Green community. And in the health services building, we actually have a clinic for communication sciences and disorders. So if someone from the community would like to receive an assessment or intervention for communication sciences or disorders, we're able to provide those services right here on campus. So students are able to receive supervision from a licensed speech therapist on our faculty. And in that process, they're able to also get lots of great feedback. So we're able to use great technology as we are supervising them, so we can give them, they can video their sessions and get some video feedback as well. This program has been on our campus for some time. It's been on campus for many years, and we've served hundreds, thousands of community members, both pediatric or children, all the way through geriatrics as well. So in speech pathology, communication sciences and disorders, we work with individuals who have difficulty with speaking, difficulty with using their voice. We might work with people who perhaps they have a stutter or fluency difficulties. We work with people who have difficulty understanding language or using language. And we also work with people who have things like feeding and swallowing difficulties. So the kind of caseload you could have in speech pathology can vary from, again, pediatrics all the way up to geriatrics, but you could work with traumatic brain injury, autism, stroke patients, premature infants. There are just so many people in our population and demographics you can work with in the field of speech language pathology. And our students at the undergraduate and graduate level are able to experience that right here on our campus.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing a little bit more about your field, Dr. Green. I was going to ask you a little bit about that. But also here in this area, in this health clinic, this building has our services available to all students and staff here at WKU for all kinds of different things. So basically, if you were to just need to go to your family physician, a basic medical doctor for any reason, obviously for not super, life-threatening conditions, otherwise you're going to need to go to the hospital, but you can go here for your basic medical needs. So if you need weekly allergy shots, if you need a flu shot, if you just need to be checked out by a doctor, maybe you've got a little sinus infection or rashes or things like that, minor things, you can absolutely come here to the health clinic on campus, and you can be treated here at WKU as well. I've definitely used the clinic several times in my years here at WKU. So with that being said, like I said, there are a couple other buildings, our facilities for a lot of our nursing programs and things like that are a little piece away from campus, so I'm not going to show you those today. However, I do want to kind of ask Dr. Green if she has anything else she'd like to add about CHHS. This is a pretty brief session, I know, but we just kind of wanted to talk about our different programs here and show you the clinic for sure. Again, I apologize we weren't able to go inside of the academic complex for our connectability issues, but we do what we've got to do sometimes.
Understood. No problem, Bryson. Thanks so much for, again, for taking time to show students around and showcase the College of Health and Human Services. If I'm not mistaken, we are the largest college on campus, so we house a lot of programs, as you've already mentioned, and we serve students from all over. One of our programs, I know for myself, I've had a great opportunity to teach students from various countries in courses like accents, dialects, and foreign language, foreign influenced languages or English. But I know that we have other programs that tend to be very attractive to our international students. Programs such as public health. Public health is a really hot major right now, both at the undergraduate and master's level, particularly with looking at areas and global issues like COVID-19. So the public health department is a really robust program that also, again, dips into our community. So we don't limit ourselves as a college to the campus. We also do community-based things like working with our refugee community, our international community throughout Bowling Green, which is really vast. So there are just so many opportunities, both on campus with the College of Health and Human Services and off campus as well. Again, those simulation labs we have at the medical facility complex, as well as cadaver labs, just lots of opportunities for hands-on. So if you're interested in getting into a field or a program that allows you to dig in and really get some hands-on experience, one of the majors in the College of Health and Human Services is probably for you.
Absolutely. And I do know last week someone asked about admission into the programs. So I could talk a little bit about that. I do want to note that our admission into our undergraduate programs is a little different than admission into our official high school transcript. With that, we will evaluate that transcript ourselves in-house and basically convert it into the American GPA for you, the grade point average. But then also we'll need an application online. It's very quick and easy. And then also we'll need a proof of English proficiency. So basically, if you are from a country where English is not the official language, you're not taught completely in English, we'll need an English proficiency exam. Most students will do a TOEFL or an IELTS. However, there are several other options, but we'll need either we'll need one of those exams to admit you. But then also within the graduate portion, we're still going to need that English proficiency. Still going to need a transcript. However, our graduate programs kind of vary program to program. So some of them require GRE, some of them require resume, some experience. Some of them have prerequisites, so you'll have to take certain courses to get into those programs. But those all kind of vary, like I said, per program. And you can find those admissions requirements on our website. So basically, you can go through all of our graduate programs and see exactly what each of them require. I do want to open it up to questions. If you have any questions for us at this time, we'd be happy to answer. But then also, you can absolutely email us. So if you have questions about admissions or really anything here at WKU, international or not, you can email iem@wku.edu.
Bryson, that was a great overview of the College of Health and Human Services. And with the admissions process, I will add that some of the programs in the College of Health and Human Services do also ask you to do an application process directly to that unit or that department. So there may be an additional application you'll have to do for once you're ready to declare your major in, for example, social work or communication sciences and disorders, whatever that might be. There are some things to look into with that. So be sure to work with your advisor, closely with your advisor, to make sure that you're ready for that application process as well.
Yes, absolutely. So that is a difference. If you were to major in something like English, there is not that additional application into the program itself. So I did forget. So thank you, Dr. Green, for sharing that. All right. If there are no other questions, that is all I had today. Again, a pretty brief little run through today. Dr. Green, anything else you'd like to say?
I would like to say I am excited that you're interested in WKU, and I hope to see you all on the Hill. If you'd like to reach me, my email address is Kimberly, Kimbely, Berly, .green@wku.edu. So that's Kimberly.green@wku.edu. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have about the college, and I'm excited that you are looking to become a future Hill Topper.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Green, and for all that information. Everyone, again, be sure to tune in for future webinars. We're actually adding a few more to our list. We're doing one over campus safety, and we're doing one over alumni for sure, possibly even a few more. So be on the lookout for those. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.